Coming in at number 10 is the lawsuit filed by Ariana Davis, Crystal Williams, and Noel Rodriguez. The dancers made several allegations including religious and racial harassment, disability discrimination, assault, and false imprisonment. They allege that the singer once pressured Davis to inappropriately touch a nude performer while in Amsterdam, saying, quote, Lizzo began inviting cast members to take turns touching the nude performers and eating bananas protruding from the performers. The complaint goes on to accuse Lizzo of pressuring Ariana Davis to touch the breasts of the nude women performing at the club and began leading a chant goading her to do so, despite her expressing discomfort. The plaintiffs say they were shocked about how little regard Lizzo showed for the bodily autonomy of her employees and those around her. The suit goes on to say that Lizzo pressed Davis for an explanation as to why she seemed less bubbly and vivacious than she did prior to the tour starting. Davis argues that the questions were, quote, thinly veiled concerns about her weight gain, which Lizzo had previously called attention to after noticing it at the South by Southwest festival. The women also accused the dance captain Shirlene Quigley of religious harassment. Quigley allegedly monitored Davis's virginity and, quote, singled out Rodriguez as a non-believer. The last part of the complaint regards the assault claim that Rodriguez made against Lizzo, claiming that she approached the dancer and began, quote, aggressively yelling profanities, cracking her knuckles, and balling her fists, apparently preparing herself to attack, which led to Lizzo allegedly having to be restrained. Additionally, Davis alleged that this assault happened after she was, quote, confined to a room against her will and told she's not allowed to leave unless she submitted to a search of the contents of her phone. Davis claimed she was fired for recording a meeting without Lizzo's knowledge, but says she believes her termination was due to her aforementioned weight gain. Williams was also terminated for alleged budget cuts just weeks after being wrongfully accused of drinking on the job, while Rodriguez resigned. At number 9 is Lizzo's creative director speaking out. After the lawsuit of the former dancers went public, more of Lizzo's former employees are speaking out in support of them. In fact, just hours after the women came forward with allegations, Lizzo's former creative director, Quinn Whitney Wilson, and dancer Courtney Hollenquest claimed they experienced similar treatment. In an Instagram story posted on Tuesday, Hollenquest wrote, for clarification, I'm not part of the lawsuit, but this is very much my experience in my time there. Big shout out to the dancers who had the courage to bring this to light. Soon after, Wilson shared a screenshot of Hollenquest's statement to her own Instagram story where she said, quote, echoing everything that was already said. Wilson went on to say, I haven't been a part of that world for around 3 years for a reason. I very much applaud the dancers' courage to bring this to light, and I grieve for parts of my own experience. I'd appreciate space to understand my feelings, she concluded with. To which Hollenquest replied back to the creative director saying, my sister forever, only a few know what we've been through. Love you, Quinn. At number 8 is Lizzo's ableist lyric controversy. In 2022, Lizzo released the song entitled Girls on her 4th studio album Special. The song received a ton of backlash from fans about a lyric that contained a word many deemed to be ableist. The offensive word in question came from the song's lines, do you see, I'm a spaz. The term spaz has often been used as slang or a slur to describe losing, quote, physical or emotional control, but has fallen increasingly out of fashion because of the word's origin from spastic, defined as a form of muscular weakness, otherwise known as spastic paralysis, which is a typical symptom of cerebral palsy. In an article by blog OK Player, author Clementine Williams put into perspective why this word was used, saying, quote, during the 90s era of hip-hop, spaz was not used to make fun of the disabled community, but as a descriptor for going wild, usually for when one is partying and losing themselves to the atmosphere. However, it's become pretty well known in society that this term is no longer acceptable to use, and for someone as popular as Lizzo, this seems like a big oversight from her and her team. Lizzo went on to release a new version of the song Girls and sent out a statement on Twitter bringing attention to why she was changing this lyric. The tweet read, let me make one thing clear, I never want to promote derogatory language. As a black fat woman in America, I've had many hurtful words used against me, so I understand the power words can have, whether intentionally or in my case unintentionally. This is the result of me listening and taking action. As an influential artist, I'm dedicated to being part of the change I've been wanting to see in the world. This was the correct reaction to such claims. She really couldn't have handled the situation any better, but her current allegations don't have as easy a fix as changing a word in a lyric, so it'll be interesting to see how she handles the claims of her hostile work environment. At number 7 is the plagiarism claim she received. Back in October of 2019, songwriting brothers Justin and Jeremiah Raisin claimed they attended a writing session with Lizzo, Jesse St. John, and Yves Rothman in 2017. The group proceeded to write a song entitled Healthy, which included the now infamous TikTok trend line, I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that expletive. Lizzo went on to feature this line in her hit single Truth Hurts, which prompted the Raisin brothers to accuse Lizzo of plagiarizing it without giving them the good grace of crediting them in the song in an Instagram story. The story read, quote, we were never contacted about being credited for the use of parts of Healthy, such as the melody, lyrics, and chords that appear in Truth Hurts. The only people credited for the song are Lizzo, producer Ricky Reed, producer Tele, and Jesse St. John, everyone except the Raisins. The brothers continued to post by saying, after reaching out to Ricky Reed and Lizzo's team about fixing it, we put the song in dispute in 2017 when it came out. We've tried to sort this out quietly for the last 2 years, only asking for 5% each, but we're shut down every time. Coming forward publicly to family, friends, artists, and colleagues seems to be the only way at this point in relieving some of our emotional distress caused by this. Lizzo ended up denying these claims, but did give credit to Mina Lioness for sharing a meme that included the now famous line. In August 2018, Lioness tweeted, "If she thought I had autonomy to truly challenge her and assert my rights, she would have given me writer's credit already. We didn't have the same idea. It was my tweet that was taken from Twitter and put into a song. Now everybody believes those words are hers, when in fact they're mine. My creativity, my wit, and my comedy." Lioness is now credited as a co-writer on the track. At number 6 is when Lizzo accused a Postmates driver of stealing her food. In September of 2019, Lizzo accused a Postmates driver of stealing her food in a tweet that read, "Hey Postmates, this girl Tiffany W stole my food. She's lucky I don't fight anymore," along with a photo of the alleged delivery person. She then deleted the tweet. A company spokesperson later told the singer that the driver waited 5 minutes for Lizzo, but she had to move on when she did not appear to pick up her food. Lizzo then issued an apology to the driver with another tweet that read, "I apologizing for putting that girl on blast. I understand I have a large following and there were so many variables that could have put her in danger. I'm gonna need to be more responsible with my use of social media and check my petty and my pride at the door." Lizzo wrote on Twitter, "Couriers earn very little money delivering food for Postmates, so when underpaid workers are doing unpredictable, time-consuming, labor-intensive work, it's never a great look to publicly shame them the second your food doesn't arrive on time." At number 5, she lashed out at an album review. In April, after her album "Cause I Love You" began to pick up a slew of positive reviews, Pitchfork published a lukewarm review of the record. The reviewer gave the record a 6.5 out of 10 and called Lizzo, quote, "clearly a talent," but that was not positive enough for Lizzo, who later tweeted, "People who review albums and don't make music themselves should be unemployed." Lizzo later deleted the tweet, but doesn't she have enough money to brush off a 6.5 out of 10? That's not even that bad. At number 4 is when Lizzo openly said some pretty inappropriate comments about BTS. In a CBS interview where Lizzo listens to the K-pop band's music for the first time, she says she would collaborate with the boys, but her comments took an unnecessarily risque turn when she mentioned she wouldn't be able to focus on making music because she wouldn't be able to keep her hands off them. She said this in an obviously more graphic way, and although it sounds like she was saying it as a joke of some sort, people did not find it funny at all. Many fans of BTS rightfully criticized Lizzo for being extremely disrespectful, and this isn't the first time Lizzo made inappropriate comments about other artists. During an interview on Kiss Breakfast with Tom and Daisy, Lizzo made similar remarks about Harry Styles, where she joked that she and Styles had slept together. As well, at a concert in Miami, she invited the former One Direction star to come up on stage with her, and as they sang together, Lizzo seemingly tried to grab Styles' butt. He smiled along and even grabbed back at her, but fans still accused Lizzo of sexualizing the singer without his consent. Especially after the recent allegations coming out about her, this situation has an entirely new air of disgust on it. Our number 3 spot concerns the director who dropped out of her documentary. Oscar-nominated filmmaker Sophia Nolly Allison says she dropped out as a director of Lizzo's documentary in 2019 after facing mistreatment from her. In an Instagram story posted earlier this week, Allison states that, quote, "In 2019 I traveled a bit with Lizzo to be the director of her documentary. I walked away after about 2 weeks. I was treated with such disrespect from her. I witnessed how arrogant, self-centered, and unkind she is. I was gaslit and deeply hurt, but I've healed since. Reading such reports makes me realize how dangerous the situation is. This kind of abuse of power happens way too often." Our runner-up concerns the negative comments she made about Taylor Swift. In an Instagram Live, Lizzo spoke to her 13.5 million followers, praising Beyonce's concert in Warsaw, calling her one of the best out there. When she proceeded to say, "The most popular person of today isn't even comparable to what Beyonce is doing, and many of Taylor's fans believe it was aimed at her due to the singer recently making record-breaking sales for her Eras tour and currently dominating the charts." Lizzo never mentioned Swift by name, but that didn't stop fans from supporting Swift on TikTok, sharing the clip of Lizzo's live, saying there's no reason for Lizzo to shade her or even attempt to compare the two. One person commented, "Beyonce and Taylor's shows are both phenomenal. They're some of the best performers of our time, and comparing them is so icky." Our number 1 spot goes to when a man trampled a woman at one of Lizzo's shows and she still invited him on stage to sing with her. During a concert in 2017, Twitter user Ola's Truth experienced a man trample over her while she was in a wheelchair, Lizzo's dancers having to force him off of her. The man was wearing platform heels and stepped on not only her wheelchair but also her legs, causing injury. Even after this horrific situation, Lizzo still proceeded to invite the specific man on stage to sing with her. On Twitter, Ola wrote, "No one should be surprised Lizzo did this in regards to the recent lawsuit." Lizzo also DM'd the woman a half-hearted apology where she claimed to not have seen the man, as well as promising meet and greet tickets at her next show in DC, which never came to fruition. At number 10 is when reports surfaced that Sam was not sleeping in their house. Last week, TMZ released news that Sam had reportedly moved out of his and Britney's mansion, allegedly living in his own place as of late, but is reportedly not paying for it himself. Instead, Britney is, for some reason, paying $10,000 a month for Sam to live in one of the most high-end apartment buildings in Los Angeles. Before this news dropped, Sam was seen leaving the mansion frequently, more often than not spending the night somewhere else. TMZ reported in May that the couple's inner circle had become increasingly worried about their status, speculating that there might be some deep trouble in paradise, as even in May he was already sleeping somewhere else most of the time. It was around this point when people started saying that it was a definitive that Sam was going to file for divorce. Coming in at number 9 is when Sam was seen not wearing his wedding ring, and then neither was Britney. After the divorce plans became public, fans began to look for a timeline that may have pointed towards their inevitable end. Soon, details began to surface that hinted at the split weeks before the official announcement, more specifically, a surreptitious part of an Instagram picture posted to the site late July that otherwise seemed standard. Just 2 weeks before the divorce news, Sam shared a heartfelt picture of his mother, who endured and came out safe from a vaguely termed major incident. In the seemingly unrelated post, fans pointed out the absence of his wedding band, thinking that this was him dropping a major clue that his marriage to Britney Spears was on the rocks, saying "love this" with a heart emoji, but no mention was made about the missing ring. Apparently Sam hadn't been wearing the ring for weeks prior to this. Britney was also seen sans her ring while on vacation with her longtime friend and manager Kate Hudson, while her husband was not present on said trip. That same week, the singer was seen with a man who allegedly was a member of her security personnel while at Starbucks in Dorado, Puerto Rico. At number 8, we have Britney's cheating allegations. The rumors of the Spears-Asghari marriage being in shambles all came to a head 2 weeks ago when Sam apparently confronted Britney about rumors he'd heard that she had been cheating, and a source told ET that this allegation may have led to the decision of divorce, since it came about after months of them reportedly not getting along. This confrontation caused Britney to walk out on him. Although we don't know if the rumor has any truth to it, it has reportedly caused a rift in their relationship, obviously. Many have theorized that Sam accused Britney of cheating because if she's found guilty of marital indiscretion, the prenup between them is rendered null and void, so it's suspicious that he decided to do so. Britney is adamant on the fact that she did not cheat, denying every accusation surrounding the matter, and is apparently going through a lot of emotions because of it. However, as I mentioned previously, Britney was pictured by a paparazzi on vacation with no wedding ring in sight, alongside a man who allegedly was a member of her security personnel while in Starbucks in Puerto Rico. We don't have any information on if this man was actually a member of her security, so people have speculated that this was when the cheating took place, or just when the rumors began, but honestly I doubt she's in the mood to be seeing other people right now. Coming in at number 7, her deleted Instagram account. In January of this year, Britney posted one of her infamous Instagram dancing videos, showing the fact that she changed her name to River Red throughout, and shortly after abruptly deleted her Instagram account. Police were called to perform a wellness check at Britney's house, which seems like a dire reaction for such a minor offense, but the motivation behind the calls was the assumption that this move was made as a plea for help. After the incident, Britney put her Instagram account back up to clarify the situation, explaining that the police had never entered her house, quickly realizing there was no issue when they arrived, and left immediately. Britney continued saying that the whole situation felt like she was being gaslit by the media, which was portraying her in a poor and unfair light, and she began asking for privacy and respect moving forward. Britney continued her statement in another post explaining why she left Instagram in the first place, explicitly stating that she shut down her socials due to too many people saying she looked idiotic and crazy in her dancing videos, and honestly, deactivating over hurt feelings isn't a new thing at all. In the grand scheme of things, deleting an Instagram account should not generate anxiety, and instead, we should be accepting of celebrities seeking some privacy every now and again. Our number 6 spot goes to reports that Sam just couldn't handle her quote erratic behavior anymore. News quickly went public that Britney and her now ex-husband Sam were seen at Joey's Eatery in Los Angeles, where Britney was supposedly acting manic, speaking gibberish and yelling at waitstaff. A neighboring diner started filming the interactions after Sam allegedly stormed out of the restaurant having had enough. The video showed Britney muttering to herself at a table before leaving with her bodyguard, who came back to get the bill. Rumors quickly spread that what happened at the restaurant was a bipolar relapse, but was quickly debunked by Britney, her husband, and the staff at Joey's Eatery. This instance is hardly the first time Britney's behavior has been overanalyzed in the context of her mental health, and was not at all cause for public concern, but has been used as proof that Sam has been at his wits' end with Britney for months. Coming in at her halfway point is her alleged use of substances. According to the Daily Mail, the most reputable source right behind an anonymous one, said that Britney's ex-husband, Kevin Federline, and her estranged father are worried about the singer's alleged use of hard drugs, and that she might pass away because of it. Federline apparently said that he's been praying someone would make it public and that she wakes up, because her behavior is terrifying, going on to say that she is the mother of his boys. Jamie Spears reportedly added that his estranged daughter may end up the same way as Amy Winehouse, an incredibly insensitive comment, but in recent events, Federline came forward in a statement posted to his Instagram story where he wrote that the Daily Mail's report of his claim against Spears is false and repulsive. Federline added that it saddens his family. In a legal letter sent to the Daily Mail, Britney's attorney Matthew Rosengart denied the reports of the star's alleged use of substances, and afterwards the Daily Mail assured readers that the claims made accurately reflected the interviews held with Federline, and if so, the intentions behind his actions should be called into question. Coming in at number 4 is her mental health. There's been much alarm concerning the mental health of Britney Spears from her Instagram posts alone. Fans have theorized that she may be struggling with bipolar disorder, and her family has said that her medical issues are quote far more complex than her fans realize. While there has never been any public diagnosis, there is documented evidence that she was treated at mental health facilities over the years. Britney says that she sometimes felt forced into treatment programs while under her 13-year conservatorship, and thus, this fact may not be a sign of her deteriorating mental state and instead an aspect of her mistreatment and reason behind her current vulnerable condition. Ken Seeley, an intervention expert, weighed in on Britney's social media post saying that she is delusional and that the videos on her Instagram account depict the late stages of mania. Now, Britney's posts are certainly confusing, even disturbing at times, but the discussion surrounding Britney's Instagram posts as they display her perceived mental illness isn't productive. Shaylee Coran, writing for the CBC, says that the discomfort from viewing Britney's Instagram posts come from sheer ableism. This discomfort seems to be treated like it's more important than Britney's autonomy and freedom. This reaction proves that we didn't recognize the ways that both misogyny and ableism worked in order to hurt Britney in the first place. The current perception of Britney Spears is just one example of our societal failures when it comes to the treatment of mentally ill people. Our number 3 spot goes to the blowout fights. Earlier this year, TMZ unveiled a documentary delving into Britney's life that suggested that Spears and Asghari's marriage was pretty shaky. The report went so far as to insinuate that the singer and Asghari may have partook in physical confrontations with each other. As well, TMZ said that these fights did not end as the divorce announcement got closer. In fact, they just got worse, including frequent screaming matches, irreconcilable differences, and their tendency to argue over plenty of fundamental values, and this was all based on the accusations of Britney's infidelity. TMZ said that the arguments used to be petty, but apparently as of recent, things took a really bad turn and their arguments became more serious and incredibly real. Our runner-up is the prenup blackmail. Before getting married last June, Britney Spears and Sam Asghari signed a prenup agreement which many say was in her favor. The contract stated that any money made before the marriage was protected, meaning that Sam wouldn't see a dime of that toxic money. After filing for divorce last Wednesday, Sam seemed to have some second thoughts about signing this agreement, releasing a threat to blackmail Spears if she does not agree to renegotiate, allegedly saying that if he is not financially compensated for this divorce in way of spousal support and reimbursement of attorney fees, he will leak, quote, extraordinarily embarrassing information about the singer. Many people have begun to speculate that this abrupt change of pace is a show of Sam's true character and intentions with his marriage to Britney, and accusing him of just wanting notoriety and an easy into movie work and money, going so far as to call him a parasite, which, given the facts of the matter, I tend to agree with. Also incredibly worrying, considering going to the length of threatening blackmail is the first red flag for something extremely dangerous to happen. Our number 1 spot is the rumors of Britney's unhealthy lifestyle. In recent months, there have been many concerns and claims from her family that Britney often stays awake for up to 3 days straight as she, quote, guzzles Red Bull, Celsius coffee, and dandelion tea. According to Dr. Drew Pinsky, people with mental disorders frequently take on this not particularly healthy habit because they want the euphoria these beverages provide. An unnamed source added that she's abusing caffeine, raw, and anything she can get her hands on. Britney did not stand for these allegations and immediately took to her Instagram to tell us the truth, writing a lengthy caption disputing the claims about her caffeine addiction. A part of it read that she was sticking to watermelon juice and green tea since she honestly can't stomach coffee anymore and that Red Bull is disgusting.
Coming in at number 10, we have fan reactions. With all the drama surrounding Hailey Bieber's seemingly mean girl antics, many fans have begun to come forward by sharing their experience with the model. One user described the time when she met Hailey at a concert, then went on to ask her for a photo. She describes the event saying, "I went up to her and said, 'Hey Hailey, I'm a big fan,' but you could tell she was not happy." The user recalls that Hailey huffed and rolled her eyes. Allegedly, after taking the photo, Hailey asked the fan, "Do you want anything else from me?" before turning to walk away with her friends while loudly mocking the fan. The fan tells her TikTok viewers, "They said it so loud it's like they wanted me to hear it. So I was like, okay, well, she's a bit of a mean person." Another social media user came forward describing the time she had when both Hailey and her were both signed to the same modeling agency as teenagers. She recalls by saying, "She was so cold to me. She treated me like trash. It was just the vibe she gave off, like she really thought she was better than everyone else in the room." And I'm like, girl, we're both signed to the same agency. She went on to say, "I don't believe that celebrities owe anybody anything, but you know, it's one of those moments where you shouldn't meet up with people you look up to or idolize. But imagine meeting a star who you look up to at your place of work." A host from a high-end Manhattan restaurant shared her experience with Hailey, rating it a 3.5 out of 10. She said in her video on TikTok, "I've met Hailey a handful of times and she was not nice. I really want to like her, but I have to give her a 3.5 out of 10. Hailey discussed this viral video on YouTube in a sit-down discussion with a psychiatrist. She said, "I wish I didn't act that way towards her, but I'm human and I made a mistake, and I acted in a way that was out of character for me. I acted in a way that I don't want to be." But with many fans making videos about their own experience meeting the star, it leaves many fans wondering if this is just the way she is, or are we catching her on bad days? Number 9. Jeffree Star's call-out. Jeffree Star, the makeup influencer, has recently shared his opinion on Hailey's skincare brand, Rhode, and a few fans seem to agree. In a TikTok video that seemed to have been since deleted, Jeffree shared shares his take on the brand, starting off by saying, "Okay, the packaging is so boring," before adding, "In this house, we are Team Selena and we are not bullying anyone." When he goes back to the packaging, he points at a photo of Hailey and says, "And when I open it up, girl, focus. Oh my god, what is this face? Oh my god, this is the face like, why did I do this? Why did I create a skincare brand?" Even adding, "When you're so privileged and you use daddy's money and you've never worked a day in your life, I guess this is what we're doing now." Jeffree even held up the package above his kitchen trash can and said to his viewers, "So we're going to skip the review today. And just like Shawn Mendes, bye." When some viewers did side with the influencer, other viewers wrote that this is bullying, what she claimed he wasn't going to do. Even with Jeffree's approach being quite loud in public, many other fans were left wondering about Hailey behind the scenes, as more celebrities have unfollowed her on most of her platforms. And at number 8, we have the obsession with Selena. If you've been on the Hailey and Selena side of TikTok, I'm sure you've seen the comparisons of Hailey copying Selena, with fans even going as far back even to show how deep the Selena obsession has been for the model. One user showed some clips of similarities between Selena's cooking show Selena and the Chef and Hailey's 2022 YouTube series What's in My Kitchen, with the side-by-side clips showing how the stars have invited their grandma to the show to make their favorite dishes. Many believe there is no coincidence that Hailey is just trying to be exactly like Selena, down to the cooking show. Others have compared past interview responses where both Selena and Hailey said they wish people knew their heart. One of the comparisons between both stars has made TikTok users sure of the obsession is the seemingly matching tattoos. Selena got a tattoo just behind her ear in a small lowercase g for her sister Gracie. Then, just 2 years later, Hailey got a similar G tattoo behind her ear as well, as a tribute to the Seattle megachurch pastor's daughter, Georgia, who was born with a rare brain disorder. Oh, if those weren't enough for fans, some even found Hailey's old tweets about her love for Selena. In 2011, the model tweeted, "I don't care what anyone says, but Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez together is a definition of a teenage dream." With another saying, "Selena Gomez is so cute, don't argue, bye." With more and more internet detectives finding comparisons between the alleged obsession, it's most likely very hard to hide from, because as many of you know, Hailey is a TikTok lover. And at number 7, we have a Justin Bieber superfan. Not only was Hailey known to be a big Selena Gomez fan, but she is also said to be a big Justin Bieber superfan as well, with photos emerging of the model as a teen kissing posters of Justin and attending many of his concerts. Many fans believe Hailey is a believer who just played all of her cards right. She has also been allegedly caught following Selena fan accounts in the past. In 2018, screenshots surfaced showing Hailey following a fan account called House of Cell. After being outed for this, she quickly unfollowed and DM'd the account explaining how this was an accident. When she was younger, she's even been seen at events smiling while she holds up a magazine with Selena and Justin on the cover. A few others have speculated that it could have been Stephen Baldwin, Hailey Bieber's dad, that really set this couple up. With video evidence of their first interaction, we can see Stephen introducing Hailey to Justin and telling him that they've been enjoying his music. With all this, it kinda looks like Justin was aware of Hailey's superfan personality. He posted a photo on his Instagram story of Hailey and captioned it, "People always ask me if I'd marry a believer," and well, I did. And at number 6, we have dissing Taylor Swift. Taylor and Hailey have had their trouble with being involved in drama over the years. However, they haven't had direct problems between each other up until recently. The social media drama happened when a video resurfaced on social media showing Hailey with the rapper Method Man during an episode of Drop the Mic. In the clip, Hailey was seen rolling her eyes and sticking her tongue out when Method Man said, "Hollywood's top stars face off on a one-to-one battle," full of the meanest lyrics about a celebrity since Taylor Swift's last album. The video even made it to Selena Gomez For You page, unfortunately for Hailey. Selena quickly came to the defense of her friend Taylor and commented, "So sorry, my best friend is and continues to be one of the best in the game. We all know how close Taylor and Selena are, so of course this isn't gonna help Hailey in her case of not being a mean girl." Selena even said when talking about Taylor, "I never fit in with the cool girls that were celebrities. My only friend in this industry really is Taylor, so I remember feeling like I didn't belong." This left fans wondering if maybe there was some bad blood before this that led up to the gagging over Taylor. Though the two were never necessarily close, it doesn't seem like there's any hatred beforehand. Hailey even shared her positive feedback online about the film Cats, which Taylor starred in, saying, saying, "My Christmas gift from the universe is the release of the Cats movie." Rumors have also been surfacing as if this could be an extension of the feud between Taylor and Justin Bieber. Not only from the history between Justin and her best friend Selena, but also because he is close to his manager Scooter Braun, who is also the man that bought all of her music catalog and who she claims has bullied her alongside Justin. Though Taylor has not yet publicly said anything about Hailey, it does seem tense. Taylor having you in her burn book can never be good though. Number 5, we have the problematic tweets. Does Hailey Bieber have a bit of a racist past? Over the past few years, internet detectives have revealed various tweets that show her as not only being a little bit racist but homophobic. Since then, Hailey has gotten massive backlash for her past. Without really addressing it, she ended up leaving Twitter in 2020, saying she was getting bullied. But don't worry, it seems like everyone took screenshots, which have left people absolutely horrified. In a few tweets, she refers to people as the N-word, and in another back in 2013, she wrote, "To the foreigners who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, so sorry your country didn't have pilgrims and Indians to start such a sick holiday." It's definitely pretty bad. She even went on to like a pretty homophobic post, which says, "Let me clarify, the Bible stands against homosexuality and I stand with the Bible." Hailey then commented on the post writing, "So good." When a pile of evidence about her past began emerging, she was quick to leave Twitter. Unfortunately for Hailey, digital footprints live forever. And at number 4, we have the shade towards Selena. Selena and Hailey have been the center of drama speculation since Hailey got with Justin in 2018, right after Selena. Fans have been following their every move to see if the two really did hate each other. So when the eyebrow situation happened, with Hailey seemingly bullying Selena's laminated eyebrows, the internet spiraled. Though Hailey and Justin have both decided to stay private during this situation, it hasn't stopped people from watching their socials for clues. So when the stylist Vaughn Ford posted a story that wrote, "I hate Selena," fans were wondering why he was getting involved at all, and if Hailey was saying things about Selena behind the scenes. He then shared a screenshot of his post that had been taken down due to harassment and wrote, "I said what I said." Since this post, the stylist has made his account private, and even though Hailey doesn't follow him, it didn't take fans long to realize that the two were connected. Vaughn had photos of working with Hailey on his Instagram account at the time these posts were made public. Hailey was also listed as one of his top clients on his official website. But of course, in the midst of all the drama, Vaughn Ford's very public stance, she has been since removed from the website. When fans saw that a friend of Hailey was now the one publicly bullying Selena, one commented, "It's always Hailey's friends." And another added, "You can tell all they do is talk about Selena. These people have issues and are so pressed over her. The hate is so real." This had fans torn as to whether Vaughn's actions are representative of Hailey or it's just his own opinion. And at number 3, we have suing the doctor. Is Hailey caving into the pressures of Hollywood? Some believe she absolutely can't take the heat after threatening to sue a doctor on TikTok. In a cease and desist letter, attorneys of Justin and Hailey accused Dr. Daniel Barrett of using her name, image, and likeness to commercially advertise plastic surgery and spread false claims that Hailey has undergone plastic surgery in the past. Hailey also accused the doctor of using copyrighted protected lyrics from Justin Bieber's song being in the video. In the video, it shows 2 photos of Hailey years apart, and Dr. Barnett says, "Pay close attention to the nose." What do you think? I think it's physically impossible without getting a little bit of help from someone like myself to get from this picture to that picture. In a statement to E! News, the doctor said, "The purpose of my TikTok is to increase the transparency of plastic surgery and to educate people." He went on to say, "The purpose of my video was to share my opinion about the procedures that I believe she may have had done based on the photos alone." Many fans think Hailey's reaction was a bit dramatic though, considering many plastic surgeons have shared their opinions in the past on what they believe other celebrities have had done. Number 2, we have Shawn Mendes. The relationship or situationship between Hailey and Shawn is a little bit complicated. Shawn more or less has admitted they were involved in the past, but they both refused to put a label on their past relationship. Shawn said in an interview with Rolling Stone, "I don't even want to put a title on it. I think it was more of a zone of limbo." After being seen holding hands during Halloween and then cuddling over the holidays, it seemed they were keeping it casual due to the distance. Two ended up being each other's date to the Met Gala in May, but by June, Hailey was back with Justin and engaged just a month later. At the time, Shawn claimed that he wasn't bitter, saying to Patrick Doyle from the Rolling Stone, "I get it, you know, I'm really happy for them." Patrick said when recalling this information, it seems like he might want to say a little bit more about how it all went down, but he stops himself. You can't control your heart. Though he has never publicly said anything bad about Hailey, they did have an awkward encounter at the 2021 Met Gala. Camila Cabello, Shawn, and the Biebers all ran into each other. Shawn lightly hugged but barely looked at Hailey, primarily focusing more on Justin. The interaction lasted no longer than a few seconds, but a few fans thought the whole thing was cringeworthy. Considering how close the timeline was with Justin and Shawn, many think Hailey was just using him to kill time until Justin was single again. And at number 1, we have the quick marriage. Justin has revealed in the past how he struggled after marrying Hailey. He shared, "It's a journey. I remember when I first got married, I had a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was going to fix all my problems, and it didn't." Many fans have also speculated that Hailey might just have been a rebound for Justin, who was struggling to get over his ex Selena. Even though he ended up getting engaged to Hailey months after Selena, reports have stated that he was still in love with her. I mean, he didn't really give himself a chance to really get over her before moving on. Allegedly, the two even got married on a whim. Their quick engagement may have also had a quick wedding. A source close to the star claims that about 2 months after the couple got engaged, they secretly tied the knot. TMZ obtained photos of Hailey and Justin at the New York courthouse, which provides marriage license. After he allegedly thanked the court for keeping it on the DL, he appears to cry, telling Hailey how excited he is to marry her. Speculations began surfacing about how Hailey perhaps forced the quick marriage. She made it clear in interviews that she wasn't getting any younger. She says, "My sister was 24 when she got married, and my parents also got married when they were young too. I see no reason to wait. When you know it's right, it's right."